All right, good morning. So we have been working through the yamas, and that's the first limb or first branch of the 8 branches or 8 limbs of yoga. And of the yamas, there are 5 steps. And today we're working on the 5th one. And it's one of those words that I have to check my notes to how to pronounce it. It's Aparigraha. Aparigraha. And that means like non-hoarding, or like to not come from a place of greed. So you can look at that and across your whole life. Like, in what areas of your life are you like hoarding things? Are you really attached to things? Think about when you go to like a buffet with really good food. You put too much food on your plate because your eyes are bigger than your stomach. Or do you not like to get rid of things? Like, maybe you have a lot of, items in your home that you don't necessarily need. And we can also look at non-hoarding or like non-greed as in our yoga practice. In what yoga poses are you either holding yourself back from, or are you kind of pushing yourself too much for? So the reason why people tend to kind of like hold on to things or hoard things or be greedy about things is because there's a fear of lack. Like, they don't have enough, or that it's not going to replenish itself. So to switch that mindset, to get out of that state of fear of lack or fear of not having enough, is to put yourself in a state of abundance. And you can practice practice emotions of abundance like kindness and love and joy. These are really great examples, because the more that you practice these things, the more that they come back to you. The more joyful you are, the more happy you are, the more kind you are, the more all of these things are going to come back to you. So as we move through our physical practice today, just notice where maybe you're holding back with yourself, or maybe you're pushing yourself too much, like you're coming from a place of ego and too badly want the pose, instead of listening to your body, and maybe it's not appropriate for your body in the moment. There's kind of 2 sides to that there. And when we arrive in a pose and you're met with challenge, instead of maybe automatically wanting to back out of it and be like, no, this is too scary, or I'm not comfortable, or this is weird, or I've never done this before, pause for just a moment and see if you can approach the pose with a sense of abundance, with curiosity, with joy, with gratitude, and see if that shifts things mentally, energetically, physically, emotionally for you. And maybe the pose isn't the right pose for you in the moment, and that's okay, and then absolutely back out. But you might surprise yourself when you reach a pose, and maybe, for example, like a warrior pose, don't hold back. Really express yourself in that pose. So these are 2 ways that we're going to practice this yama throughout our asana today. Is non-hoarding and non-greed. Don't hold your energy back. Share it, shine it, express it. Don't hold yourself back out of fear or worry. So I hope that this will shift things for you if you've been working on a pose or working towards a pose, or maybe you've been getting a little kind of down on yourself about some things in your practice, and hopefully this will shift that for you. So clear the slate, clear the mind. Don't have any expectations of your practice today, and you don't have to think of anything in your life that you're hoarding and you need to let go of. Just approach today's practice with a sense of joy and abundance and curiosity. Making your way into a comfortable seat. So I'm going to make my way onto my mat as well. And then when you arrive, let's be upright.